Welcome back to today's episode of another principle of interior design. Today's topic is emphasis, which is also known as a focal point or a starting point or the center of the room, the center of attention, the main thing in your room. So this particular piece of design is going to direct your eye to a specific location or starting point in a room. It is going to create, like I said, focus, and this is a starting point that as a designer I use for clients in their rooms. So one of my favorite commercials from way back when was a Moen commercial where the couple walks into the architect's office and they plop down this faucet and they say, "Design our house around this faucet," which seems kind of silly, but in actuality, that is the focal point. So the start of the design begins with that focal point piece. So from that faucet, it can be the shape, it can be the lines, it can be a mirror of, is it chunky? Is it skinny? Is it, is it very modern or is it very traditional? Is it very rustic? So that is always a really great starting point, is this emphasis or focal point. When we work with clients, like I said, that's what we start with. So it can be a piece of art. It can be a pillow. It can be a rug is a really great place to start. Or it can be just a fabric for a really great chair. Any of those things are where we start with a focal point, or that creates the emphasis in the room. This is also where we build the color schemes and the lines and all of the other elements for the room. So this is important because it's going to prevent the space from feeling cluttered and overwhelmed and just like sort of just being there, if that makes sense. So this emphasis or focal point is going to guide your eye, as you walk into a room. So think of a place where you've walked in and you just keep looking around and you see all of the things and it's so great, and you're enjoying looking around and just checking everything out. That is a really great design emphasis or focal point. So the focal point is going to be the main piece where your eye first gets drawn to it. And then when design's done really well, your eye just wants to move and look and check things out. That is the goal for design, is to make everything just flow and look really great. So this emphasis can also highlight architectural features. For example, in a living room, if there's a fireplace, that fireplace surround may be marble, it may be stone if it's super modern, it may be a wood carving that's an antique piece. So any of those, that is a really great focal point, emphasis, highlight to the room. You walk into the living room and your furniture is open and you have this really great, amazing fireplace that's right in the center that really draws your eye. And then you have a piece of art above, and then maybe you have some wall lights on either side, and then you have the furniture, and then you have a rug. So all of those pieces are built around that focal point or that emphasis. And it's also going to showcase, in that fireplace example, is showcasing that wall, that fireplace, that element in the space. Now, using emphasis or a focal point uses many of the elements of interior design. Now, we've talked about many of these, but scale and proportion, color and contrast, lighting, texture and pattern, and then architectural features. So using those pieces of elements of interior design are what give you that emphasis or focal point. Any and all of those things can be used in conjunction to create that emphasis and that focal point. So to have a really great design, the very first thing you have got to have is some sort of focal point, some sort of emphasis, and then build your room around that. That is your design tip and advice for today. Until next time, I am Melissa from Timeless Designs. I am the principal interior designer and the creative director. We love working with busy professionals and custom builders because we take design off your plate. We love to curate all of the best finishes and fixtures and furnishings for your home. We present those to you, and then we take care of everything else. So if you have any questions on any topic of this emphasis, or a focal point, or how to put it together, or where to start, just reach out to us. We would love to chat about your project and a little bit more about you. And till next time, happy homes.